In today's video, we're going to be building a wall. Not just any wall, not the Great Wall, just a half wall. So basically from here out to the end of the couch down to there is going to be a wall. I'll give a try. If you look at that there, that's a lounge room, that's a dining. We figure, why just have an ugly back of the couch there? We can have a beautiful half wall starting about that line in the tiles, coming up probably to the height of the back of the couch, coming across to the wall. It's going to look fantastic. And on top of that, we're going to have a nice edge of timber, basically the same as this here. I reckon it's going to look cool. Here's another view. Because we've just finished laying this floor, and doesn't it look amazing? So now it's time for the wall. Few issues I might encounter in this build is I have to try and attach it to the tiles and attach it to that wall. Now, if any of you's got a bit of building experience, you would know that attaching from this point here and from this point here and no other points could potentially make for a wiggly wall. Now we don't want a wiggly wall, we want a solid wall. So I got a few theories in order to accomplish this wall building feat. I'm going to be using a VJ board. It's an MDF VJ board, which is a little bit difficult on this side to be able to achieve the same. I am going to have to just try and match it up to the edge. Even if I have to put a bit of a trim over the top, we'll see. And down here, now when I put the studs in, I'm going to have to pre-drill holes through the tiles to expose the timber flooring underneath in order to drill the stud wall down into the ground. But anyway, I think it's going to look the treat. Let's get to it. Voila! A wall. Anyway, the studs of it. The stud wall. Alright, so that timber's actually nice and straight. So as you can see here, my dilemma is how thick this timber is compared to that. Now, I know what you're saying, I could have got the wider one. Right, this is a 70mm. Could have got the 90mm and just shaving it down. But I live half an hour away from Bunnings, so I just could not be bothered. And it's not a supported wall or anything. But if I build that up, probably not with this, or something a little bit thicker. See, so that lines up with there, because as I said, I'm going to take that trim off there, and this side just needs to be built up just a touch. You know, I think that's what I'll do. Looking good, looking good. Alrighty folks, I have thickened the wall. As you can see, I used a bit of what I think is probably 80mm ply and just ran that all around just to get to the desired thickness that I'm after. So you can see if that is lined up there just about, then that will be perfect. Perfecto. I've taken the trim off, so as you can see I'm going to put a little bit of stain there just to stain up the chair, and then run the fibro from here all the way up. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm well aware that when I get to doing this top, we'll go trim a bit of that. That's okay, because that's when the most handiest tool in the world comes in. This one. Alrighty, I have holes screwed or drilled into the tiles. 6 holes. And I'm going to be using these roofing screws. But they look really tiny on the video. That way it'll grab well and truly onto the hardwood flooring underneath. So that's pretty cool. That's gonna be the plan. Alright, so I was up all night thinking, what's the best way to try and secure this wall before I skin it? Because there was just a bit too much flex, but now there is bugger all. So what I've done, I've made up this bracket. It's 5mm angle, and I've actually driven that through the floor to the underfloor with a bolt on the other side, and that has really dramatically improved the stability of it. And up this hand, just for good measure, I've driven some bolts into the beam there, as well as some screws there, and it has dramatically strengthened the wall up. So I'm happy with that. Ideally, when you're building the wall, you want to drive a beam down through the ground or stud, but you don't have that luxury when you're doing it on the fly. Anyway, time for skinning. Boom! Look at that, guys. I have the wall lining on. Now this is a piece of cedar, which I've cut out around there to make it look beautiful. And I'm yet to trim it off the end here, around the corners, and give it a nice stain, and it's going to look beautiful. It's looking fantastic. Boom! We have a wall! A glorious wall! A trimmed up and sturdy wall. Check that out, guys. It is completed. Just finished putting the final touches on it now. Let me take you for a run through. So, right side of the wall, left side of the wall. That's it. Done. Boom. Video over. No. Give you a closer look. So this side of the wall, don't know if you can pick that up in this video, there's a VJ side. We had to match it to the original VJ. I know that's not the most perfect work right there for those gaps, but you know what, this house is probably over 100 years old, so nothing's perfect. I've ran the skirt all the way down the end. I put the corner edging just on the same as this corner edging. I then have put a nice bit of stained cedar on top, just to blend it in with our dining suite and our kitchen. So boom, guys, look at that. It looks the treat, it looks a piece. Now the idea of this wall is to hide the back of the couch, unify the kitchen, dining from the lounge, kind of make it its own separate entity, instead of just having a back of a couch there, which I haven't pushed the couch up yet, but I will. Just makes it look tidier, neater. We now have a spot to put a couple of pots or plants or whatever we may wish to put up on there. And that's looking good, guys. Anyway, I'll cap this video off here. Thanks for watching. If anyone has any questions, let me know. Like, subscribe. I know I don't go into perfect detail in my videos. I'm just doing it as a casual fun thing at the moment. I don't have time to set the camera up at all different angles like all these other guys do, but I'll get there. Catch you later.